We've probably heard all this information 1,000 times before, so this video is not going to be repeating what we already know. Instead, we're going to challenge ourselves with some questions, like, if we know this information, why does this number never change? We live in New York City, home to over 8 million people. Perhaps each one of them has a reason why.
Peer pressure, outcast, concert,
the school, argument,
environment, hooky party, boyfriend's image,
the situation, sister,
offended, people, life, distractions, father, brother.
his life.
How can life get in the way of making the right decision? Why do we make the wrong decisions?
We've been friends since like what? Mom's not around, dad never was in the picture. You're just upsetting me, this is ridiculous.
Everybody do it.
I'm begging you.
Relax.
Believe me on that, please.
We already know right from wrong. But if everyone knows, then why are so many teenagers still dying? What makes us go against our better judgment? What would make you go against your better judgment? Family Life Theater spent 14 weeks with high school students across the 5 boroughs to help ask these very questions. Using theater, we explored those moments in life where we know what we're doing is wrong, yet we do it anyway. Times when we risk our safety or other people's. Why do we do it?
When you're in the moment, you're not really thinking about the consequences, you're just in the moment.
You better not be implying I have to drive.
Yes, because time is hard. And my life
But I have to study.
So a lot of people don't really think before they, smoke and then drive. I will help you study. I will read it to you while you're driving, please. Like, come on.
You gotta be kidding me.
Or even consider what can happen until it actually does.
If you just think, oh, it'll be fine, but you don't think about what can happen in the future, in the near future, because if you make the wrong choice, it can not only hurt you, it could hurt other people, it could just all in all become a bad situation. You need to really think about making the right choice and being smart every step of the way.
Don't drink while driving. It's a lot more than that. You can be talking to your boyfriend on the cell phone
or laughing or
just
laughing. To a song.
We always hear don't drink and drive, but what are some other impairments that we might not hear about as often?
So Ahmad, how's the baby?
She's great.
You got a baby?
Yeah, she about to turn 3 months soon.
That's what by me, wow.
Wait, 3 months? You get any sleep?
Yeah, I got like 2 hours last night.
Can we just go? Alright, with me. I bet you want me to go then. Go back.
Please don't.
My license.
Don't be. I know you don't have your license. Don't be nervous. I'll be right there.
Some of these impairments on their own may not be dangerous at all. But when you put that person behind the wheel of a car, the results can be deadly.
Driving is something that you have to take very seriously in a car. It's like a weapon. You can't just drink and drive, and you have to be focused if you're driving.
So y'all all gonna go to the concert drunk?
Everybody do it.
You the driver. You should not be drinking in the first place.
Come on, I do this all the time. I never get in an accident.
Whose car would you rather get into? Someone who's on weed or someone who's drunk?
I was surprised that the kids even raised their hand. Because when they was like, who you rather be in a car with? I was like, nobody. I'll walk. I'll take the bus. I'll never get in a car with anybody like that.
Okay, so she's saving her own life, but what about the driver? What about the people that are still getting in the car? What can we do to stop them? What would you do to stop your friends or family?
You don't have to drive at any cost. A real option should have had to call somebody to come and pick us up instead of us going on the highway and trying to speed back with all of our different impairments.
Call their parents, their friends, their uncles, like anybody that's old enough to stop them.
If I had to fight my friend, I'd do it.
I don't know, I'll try to steal the keys from her or something.
Taking the keys is the perfect answer, but what happens when the perfect answer isn't the easiest thing to do? When you can't get the keys or pop the tires or reason with the person? What else can you do? How about calling the police?
I'm afraid if you call the cops, they're gonna get in trouble. Okay, but what if that trouble means them being locked up? I will be an orphan.
No one gets arrested if the police come to stop someone from starting a car. Would you rather the police prevent an accident or show up to the scene of one?
It's hard because you tend not to think about it. Like, it's little things like not putting on your seatbelt and getting in a car with too many people and not knowing who's driving.
The first thing they ask you, like, when paramedics come, was were you wearing a seatbelt. That's the very first thing they ask you, and I can tell you that from experience.
You can't really put on a seatbelt in a tiny car with like 8 people. So yeah, that was pretty hard, and everyone was anxious to just get to the party. So no one really, let's put on our seatbelt, except for Shelly. But you can't really put it on with no space anyway.
It's little mistakes that get people into serious trouble, so.
It's amazing how the simple click of a seatbelt can change things. How it can mean the difference between life and death. How many other actions do you think hold that kind of power?
What's up, got voltage?
Self-aware about the side kick, rushing back, talking, think about what I'm doing next.
The number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
It was my house and it was my hooky party. But it got to a point that somebody got drunk and his girlfriend came.
They started arguing, fighting.
He told her she got 5 minutes to get to the car or he would just leave.
Drunk as he is, he still told her that.
So you throw a party and you serve alcohol to your guests. If at the end of the night one of those people leaves your house drunk and ends up hurting themselves or someone else, whose fault is it?
Nobody actually let her leave. She decided herself. Everybody told her to stay.
I think the one who was having the party did more of the wrong because he was the one having the liquor, all that beer.
And I could just be in real big trouble.
The person at the party who was throwing it will go in jail.
It's true. Even though we all share responsibility, the host of the party can be held legally responsible. How would you feel if a drunk driver killed someone you love and you found out that they came from a house party where someone could have stopped them from driving? Like we said, we all know right from wrong.
You know what the laws are. We're not stupid. We know what rules are. And there are consequences to it. And if people don't follow it, then it's their fault. They just don't care. To me, they don't care.
We do this in the usual. We know how things happen. We're just showing you why you shouldn't do it.
We hope we've made you think. How can life get in the way of making the right decision? Why do we make the wrong decisions? What would make you go against your better judgment?
Your parents, one little mistake.
They're not thinking straight, the pressure.
Best friend, just a friend.
Your life.
Done it a million times.
No one is there to actually listen. Your friends,
The girl.
throw a party, have a good time, just help out my friends.
You know your man is here and it's a really stress.
What would stop you from making the right decision? Is it worth it?